Test Drive with Graham Fletcher.
Behind me is the 1993 Toyota Corolla, the subject of this week's test drive. Now, in the past, the Corolla has been a perennial winner. The question is, will this new model continue the tradition?
Yes, that was 25 years ago, and Graham was wondering if the Corolla would continue to be a perennial favorite. Well, today it is the world's favorite car, and it's the best-selling nameplate on this planet. Now, Ford will tell us the car is dead. It is history, and long live SUVs and CUVs. Well, Toyota obviously thinks different, because this week they're welcoming a familiar face into the showroom. Oh, it's a Corolla, but it's a hatchback.
Toyota, we think bad cars are history, but there's plenty of room for really good cars. And you can see that in what happened last year when we introduced the new Camry, that everybody else in the segment's down, but Camry has taken off because it offered that new TNGA platform, new style, new performance, lots of safety features, great value for money. And we're going to do that all over again with the Corolla Hatch. Not surprising that you're seeing fewer car companies offering cars in the segment. It's it's easy to chase after SUVs right now, but for people who really want a driving experience, there's nothing that beats a car, and there's certainly nothing that beats these new vehicles with the technology that we're throwing at it that really lift the driving experience. New engine, new transmissions on the CVT side, and believe it or not, the return of the manual transmission, as we think, a serious contender with a 6-speed with rev matching. And who'd have thought that you'd be talking about a Corolla with a choice of a really slick manual transmission or this industry-leading CVT. I think it's offering great choice to consumers no matter which way they want to go. And again, it speaks to that fact that when you're buying a Toyota, we want you to have fun with it.
The package also includes a spoiler I could live without, a truly funky set of white-faced analog instruments, and a CD player instead of a cassette.
Well, that was Graham in a 1998 Corolla, all excited because a CD player had replaced the cassette tape deck. Google it. Back then, life was pretty simple. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, turned the tunes on and you sat back and enjoyed the drive. Well, not anymore. And the Corolla, like any modern vehicle, is full of so much technology. One, to keep you connected, Apple CarPlay, they've got Bluetooth, you've got an 8-inch screen. Please don't read it while you're driving. And when it comes to safety, and in Toyota's world it's called Safety Sense, they have a list of active safety features, including pre-collision warning, pedestrian warning, lane departure warnings, and the list goes on. All good stuff, and it's there to hopefully keep you safe while you're trying to stay connected. Don't get me started.
The reality of this is that you hear the industry talking more and more about moving to automated vehicles, to taking control away from the driver. What you're seeing with a car like this, where we're introducing TSS 2.0, is the movement toward using vehicle automation to enhance the driving experience, not take it away from the driver. It makes it safer, it makes it more predictable, but it also leaves you in control and allows you to focus on the sheer pleasure of driving. Quite frankly, we're asking people to make significant purchases, to make a commitment for a number of years to their primary means of transportation. They ought to love it. And loving it means more than just doing the things that people have come to expect from Toyota, which is quality, dependability, reliability, safety. It's got to look good, it's got to feel right, and it's got to lift that excitement level. And that's what we're trying to do with vehicles like the Corolla Hatch. When I look out across the industry, but particularly when I look at Toyota, there's more choice for the Canadian driver today than there has been at any time in history. And for me, it's been a great ride over these past 20 years, but it just keeps speeding up. It gets more exciting. And I think the product that you're going to see from us over the next months and years is going to be extraordinarily exciting. For Toyota, it's a great time. We know that the very best years for Toyota in Canada are when you have a new Corolla and a new RAV. Here's the new Corolla, and the new RAV comes later this year.
I read a Toyota ad recently that described the new Corolla Hatchback as a vehicle that will really rev up your heartbeats per minute. Well, I think that's a bit of a stretch, but with a 2-liter engine and a good suspension and a manual transmission, I guarantee you'll have some fun. But don't worry about any extra stress on the heart. But you know what I like about this car the best? That it is a car, not a crossover. I like the color options. In fact, I think it's without a doubt maybe the best looking small sporty car on the market today. The bottom line though probably comes from the vice president of Toyota, Stephen Beatty. He said this morning, who doesn't like a small sporty car with a manual transmission? So there you go.